To Shinchuan Stadium here, where the Dutch team's coming up for their at-bats here in the bottom of the second. It is a 0-0 score, and they'll be led off by the left fielder, Brian Engelhart. I do not remember seeing him over in Barcelona, so I don't know if he was injured or with the team. He steps in from the left side here of a scoreless game. Heapthong back on the mound. He threw 25 pitches in that scoreless first inning, but that's the key thing, scoreless, which I think surprised a lot of people. The pitch. Outside for a ball, it's 1-0. Back into the wind is Heapthong, and the pitch popped up in foul ground towards the third base dugout. He's got room, and he puts it away for the out. The catcher, Sarnwit, had plenty of time to get over there, planted himself in front of the third base dugout, and retired Engelhart on a foul pop-up. Now batting for the Dutch, number 41, their first baseman, Vince Rui. Big, strong-looking hitter in from the right side. He's batting with one out and the base is empty here in the second. Heapthong into his wind, and the pitch. A little cutter maybe, a little slider, and a little bend to it, and missed away for a ball. 1-0. Rui swings at the second pitch, and he pops it up back of second, back on the grass by a step or two as the second baseman, Niron, and he puts it away for the second out. So Heapthong, just like he started the first inning, gets the first two easily, and now with two outs and the bases empty, he'll face Dirk van Klooster. Great Dutch name, the right fielder for the Dutch team. Heapthong wants a new ball for some reason. That one seems to do him well. So a nice view from up here in the suite towards the soccer field and the gymnasium and an open park where I now see a fifth kite taking flight. Taking advantage of the strong wind as the kites fly around behind the right field wall. Dipping and diving. Adding some color to the gray sky. Here's the first pitch to Van Klooster. Taken outside for a ball. Again, you may hear the reaction every pitch from the tie dugout. They're into it. They want every pitch a strike. Maybe they think every pitch is a strike. Maybe that's why they swing so much. But so far, so good for Heapthong as he comes back in with the 1-0. Foul back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Need to find me a schedule somewhere so I can tell you about the other games going on. I know that in Taichung they were supposed to start at the regularly scheduled time of noon, so that we might be getting close to having one game in the book, but I can't even tell you who that was that opened up down in Taichung. We have a game going on over in Tianmu, a different part of Taipei right now, I believe Cuba and Australia. And two more games tonight here in the Taipei area. Here is the 1-1 pitch to Van Klooster. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Germany plays Venezuela here in this stadium later this evening at the originally scheduled 6 o'clock. And here is the 2-1 pitch to Van Klooster. Inside, almost hit him for a ball. 3-1 is the count. Van Klooster with the count in his favor, 3-1. Heapthong again gets the first two easily and then has some trouble. The 3-1 pitch taken outside for a ball. And except for pop-outs instead of strikeouts, this inning is following script just like the first. Heapthong back in the first struck out Bernardina and Stacia and then walked Laguito before giving up a bloop single to Adriana. He got out of it when De Jong hit a fly ball to center field. Here in the second, got pop-outs from Engelhart and Rui before walking Van Klooster. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, second baseman Michael Duursma. Steps in from the right side with two outs and a runner on first. Heapthong back into the stretch. The pitch, curveball. Looked, must have been low. It was over, but it must have been low. I think Heapthong's wondering the same thing, where that might have missed. The count is 1-0. Heapthong gets the sign, check of the runner and the pitch. In the dirt, good block by the catcher Sarnwit. And the count goes to 2-0. So finishing innings so far seem to be a problem for Heap Thong. Otherwise, he's been around the strike zone and pitching very effectively. The 2-0 to Dorsma. Fastball down the middle, taken for a strike, and it's 2-1. Dorsma trying to do anything he can to turn the batting order back over to the leadoff hitter, Bernardina. He's got some power. The 2-1 pitch to Dorsma. He bunts. They're going to let it roll. It trickles up the line and goes foul just up the third base line about halfway. Bunt was on the grass. It looked like it was going to be a good one, but as soon as it hit the dirt, you could tell it was going to roll towards the line. And a smart move by the pitcher, Heap Thong, and this third baseman, Sampahan gets it. What's his first name? That might just be a little easier. Warfob. Decided to let it roll foul, and it did. It trickled foul. He picked it up right away. So now the count goes to 2-2 on Dorsma. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first is Van Closter, reached on a 2-out walk. Thailand trying to take a scoreless game into the third here. Heap Thong gets the sign. Runner goes, steps off, throw to second, and it is in time. I do not know if that was designed or if he was trying to time it, but Van Closter took off. Heap Thong held his ground. They yelled step off. He stepped off correctly, although it looks like Einhorn is going to come out here and discuss maybe a balk issue. I'd have to see the replay. It looked like he stepped off backwards the right way, fired a strike to the shortstop who came over to cover, and they put the tag on Van Closter. I think Einhorn was trying to get a balk called, which is why he put on that play.